guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about my 5 favorite foundations. I recently just decluttered my makeup, so my makeup foundation is really just my absolute favorites that I have, and it was really easy for me to pick these 5 out of all the makeup that I do have. My skin is usually oily. I get oily in my forehead, my nose mostly, and my cheeks just a little bit right here. My makeup seems to always rub off though around here because I do always sit my hands on my chin. So usually by the end of the day I can a little bit see if the foundation is not good. Then I usually see it gone here, and then it's really oily here. So the foundations that I'm bringing today do not let my oils really sip through in my nose, and they don't really rub off from me throughout the day. So alright, if you want to see what my 5 favorite foundations are for oily skin type, then please continue watching my video. So these foundations are not in order. They're literally just going to be me picking them up from where they are and me talking about them. So the first one I'm going to talk about is my Loreal Pro Glow. I have mentioned this before in my February favorites that this is absolutely my favorite thing to wear. It gives me that absolute glowy skin and gives me full coverage at the same time. I put this on and it looks exactly like my skin. This is in the color 210. When it becomes summer, I usually go to like 211, just mix in a little bit, but overall it just gives me the best coverage and the most natural look. And that's how I like my foundation to actually look like. I like it to look like my actual second skin. I don't like a very face, if you get what I mean. I don't like for makeup to look like I'm wearing like somebody else's face at all. But that's just me in particular. And also, yeah. So one of the things I do like about this, I can't say it's not really 24 hours, but it will last as long as you want it to last. So if you wear it for work and you wear 8 hours of work, then you're good. You're kind of pushing it if it's anything before then. After that, but usually after work I go ahead and take off my makeup because then I go to the gym. So really just a full work day is good enough for me. The next one I'm gonna talk about is the Fenty Beauty foundation. I have mentioned this also before, but I absolutely love this. This is in the color 370. I can't really wear this right now because it's a lot darker than my skin color right now, because it's not that hot and I haven't been getting that much sun. But when summertime comes, I am ultimately only using this. Like, my plan is to use this up. Like, I got it when it came out in October and it's already like this much gone. So I know the summertime will be a big difference with this. I like this foundation because it gives me so much coverage and it looks so natural. When I blend it into my skin, it just looks like I'm not even blending into my skin. It just becomes like a real skin foundation. Just, it looks overall beautiful. When I would wear this like with a really natural look, just like lashes and lip, I used to ask my guy friends, does it look like I have foundation on? And they look at me and they say, I thought that was your actual skin. So I know right there that that foundation is literally the best for me. And like I said, it doesn't wear off through the day. It literally stays the whole time that I'm wearing it. So that foundation I can actually use all day. It's not just work. Like, I can wear it from sun up to sundown and it will still look the same. And that's what I really like about that foundation. I refuse to buy a shade lighter because I just really want to use that up first. That's just my personal preference because I know that I have so many foundations that are good for me in lighter skin tones. So next I'm going to be talking to you about another L'Oreal product. This is the Pro Matte one. and I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this a bunch of times. This is actually what I have on today, and as you can see, my skin is pretty freaking flawless. What I like about this foundation is because it gives me that matte coverage that I'm looking for, but it's also not like so matte that like I look cakey throughout the day. Sometimes when I do put it on, I look very matte around here, but as the day goes on, my natural oils just peek through and they become so much better. It becomes so much better, so then I don't want to worry about it. Like, I literally put it on, look at my chin and say, okay, it'll be fine in like an hour or two, and then this becomes more like my skin. I can say about this foundation, it becomes more like your skin through time. Like, first you'll be looking a little bit matte, but then as the day wears on, it becomes more like skin and more just beautiful. And that's what I really like about it. And it really does cover up all my my scars from acne, which are literally right here. And I really didn't even use that much today. Like, I used like a couple of drops, like 4 drops, and I was able to get like a really flawless coverage with this. But that may also be to my skincare. I've been really trying to take care of my skin lately, and just finding moisturizers that work for my oily skin, but also seep into my skin so that later on I don't. It's weird, my skin is doing something weird right now where like it looks like it's really dry, but then it gets really oily. So that means that my skin is not hydrated enough. And if you really want to go into the concepts of hydrated and moisturized, as well, hydrated and oily as in skincare, then that's something to really look into. Because sometimes when your skin produces a lot of oil, it means that your skin doesn't have the right amount of hydration in it, which makes your skin produce an over amount of oil. And I'm trying to figure out what moisturizer will go with my skin, especially since I ran out of a really expensive one and I don't want to buy the expensive one again. So that's just what I'm going through right now. Sidetracked. Alright, but yeah. The Loreal Pro Matte in the color 110. Whatever, the classic tan one. I pulled out the wrong one. But this is 112, which is cocoa. I usually use this during the summer. I mix in a little bit with my other one to give me the right coverage that I need. That's what I'm going to talk about. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Okay, so this foundation is pretty comparable to the Loreal Pro Matte. It gives me a full coverage foundation. It gets better with time, and when it gets a little bit warmer out, it is the perfect coverage for me, and it's the perfect color. Right now it's a little bit darker, so I don't really use it that much unless my skin is doing something weird like getting darker. But really, I like it. I don't really know what to say about it. There's tons of reviews about it. Obviously, with all the other foundations I have showed, there's a lot of reviews about it, but these overall are just the ones that do it for me. So this, I do not experience any oiliness on my nose with this, and that's remarkable. Like, I had it on this weekend though, so I had it on at 6, and I finally took my makeup off at like midnight, and I had eaten and drunken and just played around with my friends and family, and my makeup did not look horrible at all. Like, it still looked like I had just freshly applied it, like literally just freshly applied it. Like, I had it on for a good amount of time, and I was doing a lot of things. Like, we went out to like Dave and Buster's and everything, and my makeup still looked nice. And I almost didn't even want to wipe it off because I was just so amazed that like my makeup was still there. It's a really good foundation. It's like, even though it's Estee Lauder, it's not a really expensive foundation. I think it's like less than $40, probably like $38. Well, when I got it, it was like $38, and it was like I got it last year, so it's not it's not that expensive. It's not as expensive as other foundations that are on the market now, so that's a big plus. And you do not need that much. Like, I literally just dab 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 dab, like create little circles on my face because there's no pump in this, and it literally doesn't even need that much. You don't need that much foundation to get full coverage. And I am in the color 5W1 when it becomes a little bit hotter. I can kind of use it now. Like I said, I used it this weekend, but I had to use a lighter concealer with it to make it work. But overall, I love that foundation. I don't even care that that's my most highest brand, foundation, because I will use that regardless. Last but not least is the foundation in Nars Sheer Glow. Yes, Nars Sheer Glow. And this is in the shade Tahoe. This is actually my color now. It's still a little bit darker, but I can make it work with a like concealer, like my Estee Lauder. I like that foundation because it's the same as the Estee Lauder. I can wear it all day and it still looks the same as when I first began. It's full coverage and it just gives me everything I want. One thing I do know about it is it doesn't really get better with time. Like, it doesn't really seep in. It still looks like you're wearing foundation. You're just a little bit more enhanced, but it doesn't smooth into the skin like the Estee Lauder does or the Fenty Beauty. And that's okay. I still like it. I think it was like $48, but yeah, I will buy it again because I know what it does and it has held tried and true. Like, when I sit down and I think about what kind of makeup I want to do, I always think, oh, these are going to be, that's always one of my options. So all the foundations I name here are always the options that I think of when I want to do my makeup and what look I'm trying to achieve at the end of the day. So that's really how I be coming up with my looks. But yeah. Alright, you guys, so thank you so much for watching my video today on my 5 favorite foundations. If you haven't yet, just please click the like button. If you haven't already, just please click the like button and please subscribe to my channel if you like the content that I'm putting out. I do not load every day, but I am trying to get at least 2 times a week of uploads. I am a very busy mother, but I am really trying to get these videos out for people to see and for people to like them and for them to comment and just say that they're liking the content that I'm putting out. And if you don't, alright, that's cool, but I'm still gonna do it. Alright, you guys, have a good day.